Round 2 at the Hero World Challenge has seen Captain America Patrick Reed move into the sole lead, but plenty of action behind him. India's preeminent golf writer V Krishnaswamy is here with me. Swami, much better conditions for golf today. It was pretty blustery and windy on day one, and that's why a lot of golfers had trouble. But solid round from Reed, 66 and 66. He's in form, and it's coming off a win in the playoffs as well. So at 12 under, 4-shot lead.
Well, you know what, Captain America, as you called Patrick Reed, he's a dogged competitor. He's been just picked by Tiger Woods for the Ryder Cup, for the President's Cup. So he certainly wants to do very well about here. He wants to, in a way you can say Captain America wants to keep Captain Tiger Woods very happy. So with 266s, at 12 under, he's opened up a 3-shot lead over the overnight co-leader Gary Woodland. And I think in this kind of a course, 3 shots is pretty good. And when you're talking about the conditions today, they were certainly much better, less wind, and the scoring was much better than first day. That's because the front half the front nine may not have played all that easy, but the back nine was certainly very scoring.
Yes, and Gary Woodland up and down round. He was the overnight leader along with Patrick Reed, but made one back on the 18 to move to 9 under. But the big movers behind him, the Europeans, John Rahm, the defending champion, and Henrik Stenson, the Olympic silver medalist. In fact, Stenson actually went on a run on the back nine, 5 birdies, and Rahm bogey free. In a sense, they set themselves up for a good crack at this on day 3.
Well, Diggy, out of the 18 players, there's just 3 non-Americans, and 2 of them are the top 3, John Rahm and Henrik Stenson. Rahm has actually had an absolutely splendid year. He's already won 3 times this season, and he's actually looking for a hat-trick in his 3rd successive start after having won the Open de España and the DP World Tour Championships in his last 2 starts. And next week, he's getting married. So he obviously is looking for a good finish to 2019. A nice check there was in Dubai, and another cool $1 million coming in from Hero World Challenge would actually sweeten 2019 even further, just as he goes to get married. As for Stenson, Stenson had a lot of injuries. He was once upon a time as high as number 2 in the world. Then he slipped down because of injuries, etc. Now he's finding his way back. His goal is to try and get back to top 10 and hopefully top 5. He's an excellent player, one of the most consistent players, and to see him come back into good form is really very, very pleasing. And the 2 Europeans, as you said, 2nd and 3rd, I think absolutely fantastic.
And did it surprise you that making a charge today after a pretty solid first round, which went completely off on the 17th and the 18th, Tiger Woods 6 under for the round? I actually walked a fair bit with him today. Can't feel my legs, pretty sore, but really solid golf for him. And you think that he's what 6 under at the moment, 6 shots behind Reed. You could say it's a bit far off, but he's Tiger Woods. He knows these conditions pretty well. You think he's shaken off the rust and now he's ready to go?
Well, 2 or 3 things. Tiger Woods did look like scoring a 6 under today till at least the first 10 holes. Yes. He didn't find many fairways. He missed a lot of greens. He visited the bunker a few times, and he had just 1 birdie in the front 9. And on the 10th, he had a very testy short par for par, and he made it. But from the 11th onwards, when he really smoked a drive and hit a 2nd shot to inside 5 feet for an absolutely superb eagle, his 2nd one in 2 days, and then he was on a fairly good run, and he finished with a 5 under back 9 to get to 6 under. It shows that he's running himself into form here. This is his playground. This is where he practices when he comes here. His boat, as he says, is parked off near Albany. And this is the course that he's played many times. This is a tournament he's won 5 times in the past. He's finished 2nd 5 times. So he really loves this tournament. It means a lot to him. So this is where he actually makes a lot of his comebacks, as we discussed it earlier in one of our chats. So I think Tiger Woods is one man who can never be written off in no matter what. We've seen it with the way he came back from injuries, from very many crises, and now, no matter, even if he's say 5 or 6 shots behind, he's the kind of a guy who can really go low and deep. And remember, this is a special course. It's got 5 par 5s. Tiger Woods has still not taken many advantages of those 5 par 5 scoring chances. He ruined it on the first day. He ruined it again today because he actually didn't get all the birdies. Normally he would look for say 2 or 3 birdies and maybe even an eagle too. So I think that's where you have to watch him over the next 2 days on how he performs on the par 5s, and he could really make that could really make the big difference.
Okay, Tiger Woods -6 on round 2, but the lead right now with Captain America Patrick Reed. But halfway done through this Hero World Challenge, 2 more rounds to go. Lot could change in round 3. That's the end of this special webcast from Nassau. This is Digvijay Singh Deo signing off along with V Krishnaswamy.